pretty sure a number of council members have been visited by the Greater Houston Visitors Center, and I'm pretty sure that there's a significant opposition to whatever's being proposed out there. So I would hope at some point in time, at a minimum, this councilman is at least apprised and informed of what's going to be proposed, so we can understand where that's going, because the opposition out here is pretty significant and it even extends over to Harris County. That being said, I've noticed in my packet that the ordinance for this particular item is not included in our packet. Do we have availabilities to the ordinance? Because this is a pretty major item, and I would like to see if council might be able to look at that and maybe give them a week, maybe tag or the item to come up to speed on.
We have the ordinance. No one requested it in advance, and so
I guess
there's no reason that I couldn't tag.
That begs sort of another question. If we're given RCAs on these things, unless the ordinance is 400 pages, is there a reason why we're not giving a copy of the ordinance? And do we have to specifically ask for it?
Because
Is it significant? Okay. Thank you, Mayor.
And we are moving to an electronic agenda process, which will alleviate that concern.
Thank you.
Councilmember, did you wish to tag the item?
Yes, I'll tag.
Council members, yes, tag the item. If the questions are about the Houston First Corporation, I'll rule them out of order. If you have questions about this particular item you'd like answered in the intervening week, I'll accept those if the council member will allow. Councilmember Gallegos.
Yes, if I can ask Councilmember Lester to move the tag second.
And he is agreed to.
Okay, great. Thank you. Just in the defense of Houston First, as the council member of downtown in District I, Houston First did come and speak with me and gave me an update. What I will ask from Houston First is to make sure that in the future that they do keep council members abreast as to what is going on. Again, this Friday is the groundbreaking of the Marriott Marquise. So this is a cornerstone for that hotel. So I'm hoping that we can hopefully support that. Thank you.
Again, questions specifically to the agenda item, Councilmember Martin.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I think everybody has an understanding of what we're trying to do with the request for council action. I think the significant thing is we have a number, including myself, that are not privy to the discussions that happened years ago on what exactly is the purpose of an LGC. And I had the opportunity to ask these questions, and quite frankly, I just didn't ask them, so it's my fault. But the inner workings of an LGC, what does it do from a city perspective? How does it benefit us? How does it benefit taxpayers? Because we hear a number of stories. I think they do a great job, and they do a great service to the city. But an LGC gives you the ability to sell bonds outside of the city. So what does, my follow-up question would be in that setting is, what liability does that place on the city in the construction and the default mechanism of building a parking facility, which is going to spit off several millions of dollars in years to come? What happens with the profit of that? Does it go to the LGC, and how does that funnel back to taxpayers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera?
The specific question to this item, the profit from the parking garage, would go back to the LGC unless it is, but in this case, it would be, if not entirely, largely committed to bonds to create the parking garage. But any revenues generated would go back to the LGC. If the question is a desire to have a broader discussion of what LGCs we have, because again, we have a number of LGCs that have really large budgets. I would ask the fiscal affairs chair to just to schedule a discussion more specifically to your questions about the LGCs.
Right, and as I had the experience of serving on the sports authority, we had the same type of mechanism. One day we're going to pay off all our obligations. One day that LGC is going to reap the benefits of many millions of dollars which went to paying off debt service that now goes into their coffers. So the ultimate question when we get to that road, which probably none of us will be around for that, what do we do with those funds, and how do we make sure that we take those funds and give them back to taxpayers and city projects and take the ability to take a lot of money and do stuff that we want to do versus an LGC? That's the ultimate question. In many cases, I think an LGC purposely keeps things out of city council's hands. for good reasons, bad reasons, et cetera. I know you're getting ready to counter that, but
Question about this.
an LGC is an interesting dynamic. It's not pertinent to this, so I'll get off my soapbox, but when we get the opportunity, those are some of the questions through a BFA meeting I'd like to ask is the exact purpose of an LGC and what happens when all those debt liabilities are paid off. So thank you for letting me,
Yes. Counselor, I will say that there's some LGCs that we would never intend to take back, for example, the Houston Zoo. Now, we created the LGC because it was so far away. I voted as a council member on purchasing monkey chow for the zoo and whole fresh bovine blood actually came across the council agenda. Just telling you that we decided that it was really better to let experts handle some of those.
So-
But I'll have a presentation.
well, thank you. And we are dealing with horse feed today as well on our agenda.
Counselor, we need to feed the monkeys. Councilmember Christie.
My question relates a little bit to Mr. Gay was over there. Does this affect, if we tag this and not override the tag, does it delay any in the construction of the hotel? Does it throw a monkey wrench into it? Does it hurt the groundbreaking? And I just wonder, questions about Houston First should come later. If this needs to be done, we need to vote for this today.
Councilmember, we always tell you up front if there's not an opportunity for a tag. And we prefer things to go through without a tag, but there's a reason that council members have that prerogative, so there's no impediment to the tag.
There's no
There's
impediment.
no impediments to attaching that. Councilmember won't impact it. Item has been tagged.
Okay, item 20,